Good morning. How are you? Today I want us to make fermented rice meal. Okay, we are going to use organically grown rice. So I'll be using my empty mayonnaise container. I'll wash my rice, 100 grams of rice, pour inside my mayonnaise container, cover it up and allow it ferment for a few days. Today the weather is cold, so I don't know whether tomorrow will be cold too. If the weather is warm, I might leave it for just a day or two. But if the weather continues to be cold, I might leave it for up to 3 days before I'll finally use it. Also, see my baby, my sweet little papaya. See my sweet little papaya. She's not feeling fine. I'm boboing her. I don't know what's wrong with her. I guess it's malaria. Help me wish her well, eh? See you. So I'll first weigh my mason jar, or rather should I say my mayonnaise jar. I'll weigh it, zero out, then get my 100 grams of rice. Yeah, that's my 100 grams of rice. You can see. So I'm going to wash this rice twice to remove dust, pesticides, and whatever residue there could be. I'll wash it out first before soaking it again with clean water. Okay. Out the dirty water. I'll give it a second rinse. This is the second rinse and final rinse. I'm now going to pour in my clean water. I'm not using distilled water, just clean water into it. This is my washed rice. I'll be adding 400 ml of water. If you watched my first video, you know my aim is to prepare a 20% fermented rice recipe. Okay, you must not do it the way I'm doing my own, but I prefer to work with percentages.
Ned used his legs to make soap. He's amazing! Thanks! Well, that's you good, kid. Have you ever been in a kid?
So guys, this is the end product. This is how my rice water looks. I prepared this since yesterday and I allowed it settle. Okay, when you shake it, it looks a bit cloudy. This is what I wanted. I didn't want it just plain water. I wanted a little bit of starch in it. Okay, that is why I blended it. That's why I say you should blend it lightly. This rice water has traces of kojic acid in it, because kojic acid is gotten from the fermentation of rice. Okay, this rice water has numerous benefits. It also helps balance the microbial balance of the skin. You know, our skin needs to have microbes, healthy microbes on it, to protect the skin against the unhealthy ones. They act as a guard. Okay, they also help balance the pH of the skin, break up our sweat and some of the things we secrete through our skin. Some of them feed on the sebum on our skin. They have so many useful benefits. Some of them also help in exfoliating our skin, our upper the upmost layer of our skin. Some of them help in protecting some of our wounds, because whenever we get a wound, when it gets infected, is because of bacterial infestation. So because more than one bacteria is there, there will be a balance. But if only one is there and it takes control of the whole wound environment, it will overgrow, over proliferate, cause inflammation, eat up the wound, and cause a lot of dangers. But if there are more than one or two, they tend to balance up themselves, because this will prey on that will balance, that will deal with that will deal with that. Things like that. It is similar to what happens when somebody is purging. When somebody is purging, is because one bacteria or one bad bacteria has overgrown and overtaken the whole and have overtaken the environment, and that causes purging. But when you balance it up by bringing in extra bacteria, when you drink your fermented pap water, or even your fermented rice water, or at times you buy or at times you buy bacterial supplements in the form of Floranum. At times when you're purging, you go to hospital, they give you Floranum to take. That Floranum is like normal flora. They are actually bacteria that you swallow, okay? They go and they kind of balance up the environment there, so that the bad bacteria will not be the one that is so strong and has overtaken the whole system that will now be making the person purge. Okay, so this is similar to what rice water does. It balances the pH, balance the environment on our skin, on our faces, such that the good bacteria will do its good work. And even if the bad bacteria is there, it will be controlled. It will be in a controlled environment. I will speak more on this rice water in a moment. You can see it from inside. And believe me, contrary to what some people do say, I've smelled this. Honestly, the smell doesn't smell. It doesn't smell bad to me. To me, some people say that the smell is overpowering. The smell is bad. No, to me, it doesn't smell bad. It smells like food. It smells like kunuzaki. It smells like palm wine. It smells like a weina. It smells like food to me. Okay, it smells like most of this food that we eat, that we get through fermentation. Without fermentation, we'll not be able to do a whole lot of things. Fermentation is very important, so it doesn't smell bad to me. Although it depends on the kind of bacteria. Since we do not inoculate, it depends on the kind of bacteria that is chance to do the fermentation process and all that. But generally, this thing doesn't smell bad, okay? And also, for those of you that buy my soap, and for those of you that see me making soap, I have rice milk soap. This is how I make my rice milk. Most of the time I ferment my rice milk before using it in the soap. So if you want to know more about that, come and learn.